Hey, this gameplay feels way more, ooh. Okay. Hold on now. This is not feeling. Yeah, our brother's really been enjoying this Ghost of Yotei. Our brother's really been enjoying this Ghost of Yotei, bro. Ghost of Yotei, this might be one of the best sequels I've played in quite a while. In a time to where people be questioning what exactly is a good sequel, a great sequel, I actually feel like so far this game has been a great sequel. You know, there's been a lot of times, even in recent years, with sequels to where people don't feel completely satisfied with that sequel, and something like Marvel's Spider-Man 2 or God of War Ragnarok, the list goes on, to where people, you know, even though you can see the game is still good, a lot of people just be like, yeah, you know, it's this game 1.5. And that is always one of the most confusing, frustrating things to me, because isn't a sequel always supposed to be like, it just improves on what the first game did, but just expands upon that more? So when people say 1.5 for certain sequels, I'll be like, what the frick? Do you want like a completely different game? I know what I want in a great sequel. I know what improvements and changes I like to see when it comes to, you know, having the first game going to the second game. That's something like Batman Arkham Asylum to Batman Arkham City. That's like something like, you know, Jak and Daxter 1 to Jak and Daxter 2. That's something like Halo 1 to Halo 2. Like Uncharted Drake's Fortune to Uncharted 2. Those are magnificent sequels, and I'm not willing to say that Ghost of Yotei is a magnificent sequel, but this is one of the best sequels I've played. This is one of the best sequels that a brother has put his hands on in quite some time. First off, the game is visually stunning and it performs well even on base PS5. That SSD is putting in overtime on the base PS5, and I'm sure the PS5 Pro, because the load times in this game, when you start up this game, like, it loads so fast. I kid you not. One time I was like confused that, like, wait, did it just like, I'm like confused because of how fast the game had loaded up. Who is y'all? Meatball sub it. Damn, this joint started up fast as hell. The frick? Is that because I never turned it off or something? Top of that SSD, the hot depths, the glorious ray tracing support. All that in Ghost of Yotei is looking great. I'm actually also starting to like Atsu, the new woman protagonist in this game. I'm actually starting to like her a hell of a lot more than I liked Jin in Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I am. Atsu is a good character. She's a badass, you know. Like, I like her look, you know, her story is very simple to follow. I mean, it's a revenge story. So you see, you know, what happened to her in her childhood, and that forms and shapes her into what she becomes in the future. And just the way they go about telling the story, and, you know, you see her motives and what drives her. Listen, am I the only one liking Atsu more than Jin? Like, she actually looks like a woman. Like, they didn't make her overly masculine or nothing like that. She don't got like a bunch of muscles or anything. Like, the cut scenes with her and just everything, I just really like this character. And not that I didn't like Jin, I did like Jin, but I feel like it took me longer to like him than I am liking Atsu. And I don't know if it was like, you know, if that was their intention, like, let's try to make her, you know, way better than a Jin just because she's a female. I don't know. If that was the case, if that's what they was going for, hey, they have succeeded, because the way she's grew on me, like, fast. I think she's a better character than Jin, you know, and that's not nothing to take away from Jin, but I'm just liking her at a way faster rate than I did Jin in Ghost of Tsushima. The gameplay and the combat feels better. It feels more refined. It feels more tweaked and tuned. It just feels more put together in this game. The parrying feels better. The combat feels better. The sword duels feel better. It doesn't feel too different from Ghost of Tsushima, but it does feel improved. The combat feels very satisfying when you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and you do the parries, or you know, you hold the triangle to stop the to stop the enemies from trying to disarm you, or you switch your sword to the dual katanas in this game and then start going in with the dual, like everything just feels sexy. Now the biggest improvement that I've seen in this game so far, and I feel like everybody should agree with me if you've been playing this game, they've improved on the open world tremendously, bro. The open world in this game compared to Ghost of Tsushima, and it's not that the open world was bad in Ghost of Tsushima, but you can see that's where they improved in the most. Like, especially in these times where we have so many open world like games, and you know, the world is so big and so vast and you can do all these different things, but at the same time the open world can feel so dead because all of the stuff that they claim that you can do, you're just not interested in doing it, and it just feels like a bunch of filler. In this game, like, sometimes I have to remind myself to do the main story mission. Like, I know it's not just me. Sometimes I have to remind myself, yo, there is an actual main story here. Let me do the main story missions instead of doing all like this side stuff. The side stuff in this game, for some reason, it's just addicting, and you constantly get distracted in this game while you're playing. You know, you could be just exploring and just listening to this game. Rather, it's the actual game OST, or you have on the lo-fi mode, just listening to beats while exploring and seeing how beautiful this world is. Or, you know, you're going to shrines to get different techniques, or you're doing bounties and you're trying to find someone to get money, or they're trying to find you and get money. Like, there's just so many different like side stuff that you can do that I'm just getting distracted. I'm getting distracted while playing this game, and I never really felt like that in Ghost of Tsushima. Like, yeah, I did the side missions, like some of the side missions in Ghost of Tsushima, but it was never to where it's like it was throwing me off from doing like the main story missions. You know, in most open world games, like a good percentage of them, it'll have side quests, but you'll do a little bit of the side quests, and then it's just kind of like, oh, okay, let me go on back to doing like the main story stuff. In this game, sometimes the damn, tell me if I'm lying, sometimes the side missions feel like they're main story quests. No lie. And it's like, yo, this junk is distracting. This junk is distracting. This junk is good. Like, that is the biggest improvement that I have seen in Ghost of Yotei. I actually forgot, like, Sucker Punch, you know, when they on their game, they are a top developer. Like, and this game is reminding me of that. I don't know why I, you know, was looking at Sucker Punch like differently, but nah, when these suckers is on their game, they are one of the best devs in the game. And I'm thinking, I'm seeing all of that right now in Ghost of Yotei. This game so far, for me, and I'm sure for a lot of other people, has been a breath of fresh air, especially when it comes to open world games. And I am enjoying the absolute freak out of this game right now. That Ghost of Yotei something special. You know, I'm taking my sweet time with this game. And yeah, to get back to the topic of this video, is Ghost of Yotei a great sequel to you? Because, you know, we are in times where, like, when a sequel comes out, people just say, oh, this is just insert game here 1.5. It's the same thing. What the frick do you want from a sequel? Like, what do you want? Like with God of War Ragnarok, I thought God of War Ragnarok was a great sequel. I did, but some people said it was 1.5. People said the same thing for Spider-Man 2. When it comes to having a great sequel, what are things that you look for in great sequels? When I'm looking at Ghost of Yotei, this is exactly everything that I want to see in a sequel, you know. So y'all leave y'all thoughts about what y'all think about Ghost of Yotei. Leave all that down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until my next video, my brothers and sisters, I'll catch y'all boys in my next one. All right.